I'm Roland Cody Jr. I'm 22 years old. I grew up in Brooklyn, and then I moved to the Lower East Side, to Ruckus Houses, where David Heredia, who actually inspired Jerry Shatavian to found Year Up, is from. It's the projects. The hallways are garbage. Elevators are garbage. My mother and father didn't even let me go outside much. It almost seemed as if I hibernated winter, spring, and fall. The gangs, the violence, there was really no reason to be outside unless you were getting into trouble.
I'm Marcellus Atkins. I'm 22 years old and I'm from Harlem. I was always one of the smartest kids in my class. My father actually went to college. He didn't finish. That's why he refused to see me fail in school.
Even with all the protection and everything that my parents gave, I found some way to be a below average student, very below average, really to fit in. The cool thing was not to be successful academically. What is he doing? He's studying? Yeah. Come play basketball, go to the movies, this is cut.
I went to a class before school started and then after school to get extra credit. I graduated high school when I was 16.
My parents wouldn't let me be cool enough not to graduate high school, so I graduated.
College seemed like the must-be option. I went to a BMCC for about a year, but I didn't know college was so expensive, so I just had to work and save up money until I go back to school.
I started working at McDonald's. I worked in Starbucks. Quit Starbucks, I started working in Pathmark.
I was working a whole bunch of odd jobs, minimum wage or just a slice above minimum wage. I worked at Modell's, I worked at Foot Locker and Toys R Us and Dwayne Reed. I'm pretty big. I'm like 6'5" and like almost 300 pounds. Every time I apply for a job, the first thing they assume is that I just want to be buried in the back lifting boxes all day, and I was just going to be manual labor for the rest of my life. It makes me feel low. I wanted something more out of a job than just physical manual labor.
My life at that moment was going nowhere really. It was just wake up, go to Pathmark, go to Starbucks, get the check at the end of the week, and hope for something better than next week.
I came to Europe to prove to myself that, yeah, I can be something. The real thing that really interests me is that they said I can earn up to 16 college credits. When I first came to Europe, I continued working at Dwayne Reed overnight. I'll get whatever sleep I can on the bus ride to work. Then I'll be at work until 6, 7 in the morning, try to wash myself in the sink as much as I can, and then head to Europe.
First thing you learn is professionalism, how to write correct emails, just how to carry yourself, how to dress professionally, things you shouldn't do in a corporate office. We have handshake drills in Europe. You just go down the line and shake everyone's hand, and then you get feedback at the end of it. You know, if your handshake was too strong, if it was too weak, if your hand was wet, a handshake gives off confidence. When you shake, it just has to be perfect.
My handshake was like very aggressive when I started. I used to like kind of hurt people when I shake their hands. Sitting at a table, I never knew you put your napkin in your lap. I used to always tuck it in my shirt or just lean over the table so the food would never like actually fall on me. And my phone etiquette was just pretty much say, hi, what do you want? And now, when I answer the phones at my desk, I say, JP Morgan Chase, this is Marcellus speaking, how may I help you?
We practice elevator speeches. It's a way of telling someone what you do in 30 seconds or less.
It's priceless, just the connection you make with the staff, how much they actually care about you and your future.
Europe actually helped me with my music through the language. Academic writing actually goes into rap. I'm in a duo, Kings. We rap gospel music. We're signed, working on an album.
I learned how to be accountable for my actions. I learned responsibility and time management. Europe just pretty much turned me into a mature adult.
Who knew I would be where I'm at now? I apprenticed at JP Morgan Chase, and then I was brought on as an employee. I'm actually a project administrator, maintaining the site, make sure everything is running well, make sure we still have space for both teams, some people in India, some people in US.
When I tell people I work at JP Morgan Chase, the first thing they say is, so what are you, a teller? I work in investment banking as trade entry. The level of responsibilities I have as an intern is tremendous. What I have to do is DZ report, which basically transfer funds from a bank that merged into another bank, and it's a big responsibility. I get compliments from not only my manager, but my manager's manager. I get informed on future projects that we will be working on. I get informed on things other than my daily task. Instead of feeling like a subordinate, I feel like an equal to everybody that's there.
We've had 70 interns who've actually come through JP Morgan Chase since we first partnered with Europe back in 2007. A number of them have gone on to part-time and full-time positions. We are going to partner with them in opening their Chicago and Seattle offices. We've also recently opened a Brooklyn campus. Year Up students come to the job with a great work ethic, and the people around them are very excited about teaching these kids new skills, new capabilities, and I think that energy just grows through the department. So it's a win-win in that we have a great source of young, hardworking, ambitious talent, and at the same time, they come in and contribute and make a difference and develop the skills that will enable them to cross the corporate divide.
JP Morgan has a relationship with Syracuse University. There's a scholarship involved. Right now I'm attending school part-time. I'm working at JP Morgan Chase, and if I maintain the 3.0 in the spring, I will be able to be a full-time student at Syracuse University. My GPA right now is a 3.3. It's pretty good. I'm still trying to boost it. I went from not even thinking about college at all to being in one of the best universities. I have my own apartment. I'm working. You just feel better about yourself at the end of the day.
I just became a father this year. My son was born 6 months into our pregnancy. He's still in the hospital now. I want to be the same father to him as my father was to me. My father passed away when I was 12, one of those ages where you really needed a male role model. Europe has placed me with a mentor, Josh Shapiro, and he's been a great mentor to me, just helping me plan out next steps in my life. It means the world to me.
Right now, I'm taking academic writing, a counseling course, and philosophy. Thomas Hobbes and Socrates and Plato. Actually, with my music, I wanted to find a way where I could put more meaning into what I write, and what could give you more meaning than philosophy.
My plan is to go to college and just have a normal life the way it's supposed to be. Go to college, raise my family, and support them financially.
I'm the oldest male out of my siblings. There's 7 of us all together. My parents didn't go to college, and so I'm the first one in my household to attend college. And not just college, Syracuse University is a pretty big deal for everyone in my family.
A friend of my father's, he's about 40 years old. One day when I was walking home from work, he actually came up to me. He said, "I can't wait until I grow up like you." And it just made me feel proud, like a tear almost came from my eye knowing I'm a role model for people who had a chance but still want another chance.
I'm a boy from the projects. Boy from the projects isn't supposed to be sitting with a man from Wall Street. I'm still on a mission. I want to graduate Syracuse University, first of all. I want to continue working in JP Morgan. I want to do my music.
Europe has just reinstilled that confidence in me that I can do whatever I want to do. That, like, it's kind of funny when you're a child, your parents say, "Oh, you can grow up to be whatever you want to be." But as you grow up and you see things going on in your life and you see where everybody's ending up at, you kind of forget it. You kind of think that's just what you tell kids just to get them through the day. But after you're up, they made me feel like that again. They made me feel like I still can be whatever I want to be. I still can grow up and do whatever I want to do in life, period. And no one can stop me but myself.